Okay, so although today is, not October, November 13th, we're going to go ahead and do a review from 11/8's opener. So it says to solve each equation, then check each solution in the space provided. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to have to figure out what A equals. So it's solving a one-step equation. When we go to solve one-step equations, the first thing that we're going to do is circle our variable and draw our line of equality. Now, in order to get that variable A by itself, what am I going to have to do? Divide by what? Good. We're going to divide each side by a -5. So the -5's cancel on my left side, leaving me just the variable A. I'm going to put my equal on my line of equality. Then what's 25 divided by -5? Okay, so I'm saying A equals -5. That's my answer. Now, I'm going to check my answer down below it. I want to make sure that I did everything correctly. I want to make sure that I did it right. So when I go to check my answer, I'm going to rewrite my equation here. So I'm going to rewrite -5. But what do I substitute for my A? What did I say A equals? -5. So I'm going to put parentheses around that -5 because we're going to multiply equals 25. So from here I just solve. So I solve each side of my equal sign. On my right side I have -5 times -5, which equals? Okay, do I have anything on my right side that I need to simplify? Nah. So then, look at the last step. According to your notes, the last step is to check, are both of the numbers on each side of the equal sign the same? Yeah, if they're the same, what do I do next to my answer? Yeah, I just put a check mark. Now, let's say that you guys missed this. Well, let's say that you got -4, and when you substituted, your answers wouldn't end up being the same, would they? That's when you go back up here and check to see what you did wrong. Okay, let's look at the next one. This one we have -5 plus B equals -25. So again, first thing I'm going to do, circle my variable, draw my line of equality. I want to get that B by itself. How am I going to get that B by itself? I'm going to add 5. So I'm adding 5 to each side. Cancel. My left side I have a B equals, so what's -25 plus 5? -20. I'm going to box my answer. Now I'm going to check my work. So I'm going to rewrite my equation, and this time what number am I going to substitute for B? -20. So I'm going to write it as -5 plus, I'm going to put the -20 in parentheses, equals -25. From here I simplify each side of the equal sign. So I'm going to look at my left side. What's -5 plus -20? And then the right side of the equal sign, I don't have to simplify anything. So is -25 and -25, are those the same answers? Yeah. So again, I solved my equation correctly. Okay? Make sure you show all that work. Now go ahead and flip it over to the back side. The back side's a little bit longer, right? So the back side, I didn't make you solve for C. I went ahead and said, I think that C equals 5 and that another possible solution is C equals -2. So now we're going to check our work. So when we go to check our work, the first thing that we do is substitute. Well, we rewrite the equation, and every time I see the variable C, what number do I substitute for it? A 5. So when I go to rewrite this equation, I'm going to write 5 squared minus, then what do I plug in? 5, keep going, equals what? Good. All right. Now, because I have to simplify on each side of the equal sign, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. That way I can keep my sides a little more organized. I always like to work one side first and then work the second side. Now, step 2 for checking solutions is to simplify each side of the line of equality, or each side of the equal sign. We're going to do that by using order of operations. Remember, order of operations is PEMDAS. So parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So what's the first thing that I'm going to do on my left side? The exponents, good. So what's 5 squared?
25.
So I'm going to have 25. I'm going to bring down my minus 5. Okay, simplify further. What's 25 minus 5?
20.
Okay, so now I have 20 on my left side. So now I'm going to come back up to my right side. What do I do first on 2 times 5 plus 10? Okay, so what's 2 times 5?
10.
Okay, so I have 10. I bring down my plus 10. All right, what's 10 plus 10? 20. So so step 3 is to compare. Are my answers the same?
Yep.
Yeah, so what do I do next to that c equals 5?
No.
Put a check mark by it, right? So that's a possible solution. Now, when you're dealing with squares, you could come up with 2 possible answers, right? If I said, what's 5 squared equal? What's 5 squared equal? What's negative 5 squared equal? Negative 5 times negative 5 equals. See how you could have 2 possible solutions? All right. So now we're going to check to see if c equals negative 2 could possibly work. So this time, every time I see the variable c, what number am I going to substitute? Okay. So I'm going to write negative 2 squared minus. Now, because it's a minus 2, I'm going to go ahead and put that minus 2 in parentheses. So my signs aren't a minus and a minus together. Then I'm going to put an equal sign. Now what do I write? What type of 2 is that? Oh, sorry, 2. Okay. Good. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line to keep my sides separate. And then I'm going to start solving. So on my left side, what do I do first? Exponent. So what's negative 2 squared?
Negative 4.
Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. All right. So then we're going to bring into Carlos and Nimmons. I have 2 negatives touching. 2 negatives touching. They said, what, is it getting dirty?
Yeah.
And it would turn to
Plus.
a positive. So I'm going to bring down that plus 2. All right. Well, what's 4 plus 2? 6. So on my left side, when I simplified it, it equals 6. So now I'm going to come up and simplify my right side. So where do I start here on my right side? Times. So what's 2 times negative 2? So I have negative 4 plus 10. Okay. What's negative 4 plus 10? 6. So c equals negative 2. Is that also a solution to this equation? Yeah, so that was a correct answer too. So there's 2 solutions to this particular equation. I know, it kind of looks like a B, doesn't it? Did you? Yeah, should I make it look better? All right. There, better? Okay.